Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, this is our 04 Wrangler TJ. Done a lot of performance upgrades on it. Plenty of videos on that if you want to go back and follow what we've done to it. But today we're just doing a little bit of fun, really aesthetic stuff. We are going to be installing a set of rigid rock lights. I got a 6-pack, so let's get into how we're gonna install these things on the Jeep. So I don't know about y'all, my workbench always stays an absolute mess, so I apologize. Wanted to show you the kit we got. It's from Rigid. This is a 6-pack, so you've got 6 individual rock lights in this thing. They say they are 400 raw lumens per light, and we got the clear. There's your color choices down at the bottom. See if I can zoom in. You've got cool white, which is clear. That's what we got. Red, blue, yellow, and green. I'm not sure who would want to run most of those, but maybe ambers. Anyway, there's kind of what it comes with. It says it's got a 50,000 plus hour lifespan, durable mess, A-series with 15-foot leads, mounting hardware, wiring harness, all that good stuff. So we've got some of it unboxed. There's your fuse with your hot lead. There's your hot lead to the switch. As far as a switch, let's see if I can show you what we got. We've talked about these before. These are factory looking switches that a guy on Amazon makes. So apologize for the light. You can see it says rock lights. I thought that was pretty cool. We've got one spot left. So this is going there. I think where our factory hardtop washer fluid switch was. So we've got 2 of these for our lockers, one of them for the pods on the A-pillar, and now we're gonna have that one. So that's what we're doing for a switch. Again, those are our hot leads. We've got a negative lead. The kit came with, it's kind of cool. They're, I guess they're remote terminals, or remote, what you want to call it, that runs off the battery. Basically, instead of hooking up 6 different hot and negative leads to your battery, making it a rat's nest, you can run these remote terminals and mount them anywhere under the hood, and then run one wire from your hot to your battery, and same with your negative, and then run all 6 of your rock lights to this, just to kind of keep things clean. So we are definitely going to use those. Here's what the rock light itself looks like. It's got kind of a poly type, I guess it's more of a rubber base that it says it needs to mount on, and then that's your light itself. So mounts with 2 either self-tapping screws or bolts. You've got your wire that comes out of the back of the light, and that's pretty much all there is to it. This is not supposed to be a very hard install. It's got some eyelets, some self-tappers, and various hardware among other junk on this bench. So here's the remaining 5 lights, and let's talk real quick before we start about where we want to put them on the Jeep. So there's our Optima battery. Run over here. I think I'm going to try to mount these positive and negative terminals somewhere on the left side of the Jeep, because that's where the wires are going to feed in to run the switch, and that's the side I'm going to run most of the wires down, because I've already got a bunch of wires running down the frame on the driver's side. So I'd like to try to mount those somewhere over here, maybe just on the inner fender, possibly on the firewall if I can find a location. That's kind of what I'm thinking there. As far as placement of the rock lights, basically going to do one in the front wheel well, one under the rocker, and then one in the rear wheel well. And I've still got the factory fender liners in here, so I'm just going to mount it to the fender liner. I'm not sure if that's wise or not, but I like having my fender liners. So pretty much just find the very top center of the fender liner, drill 2 holes, actually 3 holes, one for the wire in the middle and then 2 for mounting. And then I'm going to mount it to the top of the liner in the back. Underneath, I'm actually thinking about putting it just behind the body mount here somewhere, either in this little hole or on the Moto-Bilt rocker panel. I think being tucked up behind the body mat will keep it from getting smashed. We could put it right in here, but with how much we use these rocker guards, I just don't want it hanging down low and have a potential to get smashed off. So I'm thinking tucking it up behind the body mount here is going to be the move for the side. And then as far as the front, I'm kind of torn on the front between putting it on this flat surface above the shock tower or coming up here and putting it right here. I want to have it as far out over the tire as I can. I don't care about illuminating up under there. You can't see that when you're driving. I really want it to illuminate the tire and kind of get outside the tire some. So I'm thinking putting it right in here may be the move. And if you come up top, that comes out right here. So you can have 2 bolts right there, and then our wire will come out and run right to our positive feed there. So that's what I'm thinking as far as placement. Same thing on the passenger side. So all that's left is to get to it. Let's disconnect the negative battery terminal and get to placing these things. All right, rock lights are in. There's one right where we wanted to put it on the front driver highline. Come back here under the rocker. I know it's hard to see. There's number 2. Pretty much dead middle of the rocker panel. And there's number 3. Right where we wanted it in the rear wheel well. Same thing on the driver's side. One there. One here right behind the body mount. And then one back here in the driver rear wheel well. And if you come inside, it runs underneath here and over up to our new switch. So if the camera will focus, rock lights. So it goes right beside our spotters, and then our 2 front and rear diff lock switches finish out the factory panel. So as of the rock lights, we are out of switch panels on the factory location. And I'm not sure what else we would need to add at this point. So I guess we'll flip them on. I think that's going to work pretty good.